Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Beckham in motion right. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
The Ravens hit 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Beckham will go in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Geno now to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete. And trying to find Jackson Smith-Njigba.
But it's going to be second down.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? 2nd and 10, Smith again.
Finding Smith-Njigba downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Geno.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
70 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine said way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And it's caught. It's Flowers.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys stepped up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Throwing on third down, Smith.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact, long time there, and now fourth down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
That's taken on the 25. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins.
There he goes, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jackson from the shotgun.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. Well, the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. They'll run with Dobbins.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
They'll get this to Flowers, left side.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Jackson. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off. Actually,
here's for Beckham. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens.
24-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way down to the 35. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Kenneth Walker. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They'll send Beckham in motion right.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. His throw incomplete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman.
Well, they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd down, Jackson. It fights him off.
That'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Smith. Going deep for Walker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This will be taken at the 10.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Now Jackson on second down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot here before break. Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And no luck at all to start this drive as they're going to drop him behind the line for a second straight play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Able to power through. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion left, Bateman. On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on that.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up first and 10
at their own 22.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And a short pickup to about the 25.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And incomplete here to bring up fourth down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sidelines to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they find a way to convert there on 4th and 6. Straight ahead, Walker. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. From the 38 now, here's a second down and 6.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On third down, here's Walker. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 139 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Again, it's Walker.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Smith now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On third down, Jackson.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Running right, here's Walker. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
And quickly, they get to the line. Back to throw, Smith.
He completes this to Walker.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. And this is a commentary of today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on them, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
It's caught by OBJ. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. Down the left sideline.
And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
37 yards.
And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
There we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
And they're going to speed things up here. Now Geno on first down.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Colby Parkinson.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind them. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for two. Geno's going to throw. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing now is Geno. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, two-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On second down, here's Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll go down down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Walker with another carry.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now a toss left side for Dobbins.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Beckham in motion right.
They'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 57 yards.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now a toss coming right side. It's Walker, but he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Another run here with Dobbins. Down right around the 25. And now they're in the hurry up. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Smith's going to throw it. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores, you know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Smith. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
It's complete. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to Inigo's Jackson, and that should seal it.